What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning back in for another video. Today we're going to be talking about my 50,000 mile Atture MT Trailblade tires. These are the most aggressive mud tires that Atture makes, and I've been running them for about 2.5 years now, which totaled out to about 50,000 miles. And so far I'm extremely impressed, and I think it's impressive just to say so far because these tires have so much life left in them. Most people, when they get mud terrains, even if they're like high quality name brand tires, they just don't seem to last as long as a regular road tire. And obviously that's because of the aggression, how much of aggressive tread that the tires have. But these tires have held up extremely well. I'm so impressed with the amount of tread that's left. I would say now it's probably about half tread, which after 50,000 miles is incredible. Like I never would have thought that they would have lasted this long, especially for the price that I paid for these tires. I believe I paid about maybe $200 a tire, and these are 33 by 12.5 by 17s. And again, that was about 2.5 years ago. So overall, I am extremely impressed with these tires. If you know me or have seen any of the other YouTube videos that I make or my Instagram page, these tires are basically the life of this Jeep. A lot of the things that I've done off-road with this Jeep, I feel would not have been possible with any other type of tire besides these Atture Trailblade MTs. I've gone on numerous trips following behind Wranglers, behind Rubicon Wranglers, TJs, LJs, everything. And these tires seem to be the only thing that keeps me up with those type of Jeeps, because they are definitely more built for off-roading than my Jeep is. So these tires have taken quite a bit of abuse on the road and off the road. Between the 50,000 miles, they probably have maybe about 5,000 to 8,000 miles worth of just straight trails and off-road use. So I definitely use them mostly for the street. And a lot of things I love about them is, one, the noise that they make. They definitely have the MT roar to them, and it's gotten louder as the miles have progressed, but it is nothing compared to other mud tires that I've heard. Some of like the Federal tires, those tires, they start off quiet, and within 5,000 to 8,000 miles, they start roaring almost instantly. These tires definitely were a lot more gradual, but from 0 to 30,000 miles, they were extremely impressive with the amount of noise that they made on the road. Second, like I said, off-road, these tires helped keep me up with other Jeeps that are much more capable than mine. I really wish Atture would make bigger sizes for these tires, because when I do end up upgrading to another Jeep, I would absolutely love to run these tires. I've definitely put them through their paces off-road. I do have some wear and tear, as you can see with my pinch weld down there. For a while, I didn't get the very bottom portion there, and that ended up cutting into my tires. I'll start looking around and see if I can find them. But it ended up cutting through the grooves of the tire. It didn't end up going deep enough into the actual part of the tire, which is great. But it definitely did some damage. Here you can see this is one of them. It was only my front tires that it did it to, but you can see it just, ripped right on through all the lugs on there. But it never even went close enough to get into the actual tire itself. You can see here, these are probably the deepest two. So they only went into the lugs, it didn't end up going any further. But this was probably maybe 25,000 miles ago. So as you can see, even where it did cut through, the lugs have not fallen apart. They have, obviously frayed a little bit, but I know some mud tires will completely fall apart if they end up getting cut or sliced like that, which is really awesome that they stayed together as well as they did. But overall, I'm very impressed with these tires. I definitely thought, 2.5 years ago when I bought these tires, I thought I would get at most 2 years out of them, and they would be pretty close to being bald. And like I said, they're at about half tread now. But again, it's 50,000 miles I put on these mud tires. So if I can get 80,000 miles out of a set of mud tires, most people don't seem to get those out of their regular road tires. I would be so impressed with them if they could continue to do as good as they have. I've never had an issue with them losing any sort of air. I've aired them down. These beadlocks, well, these tires look like they have beadlocks, and they look great, but they do not have actual bead locks. So I've been off-roading in extremely deep snow. I've aired them down to about 8 to 10 PSI, and they normally run about 32 PSI, and I've never had an issue with losing air, like losing a bead, nothing like that. So they've been great off-road, they've been extremely reliable, and then on-road, again, I've had never had any issues, even with our Michigan winters, never losing any air pressure at all, which I know isn't super impressive, but a lot of tires, you know, as they age, they end up doing that. So, I mean, in conclusion, I would buy these tires 100%. I'd buy them again. They've definitely made the Jeep what it is, and I hope to continue to use them as time goes on. I know Atturo has come out with some other great tires. They have the XTS. I believe they have the MTS, they call it as well, which is somewhere between a mud terrain and a street tire, which looks really good. I would love to try those at some point. But like I said, the only downside I have of these tires is that I want to upgrade to bigger tires as I move on to a more capable Jeep, maybe like a Wrangler. And they only make certain sizes for these tires, and they max out at, I believe, 37s. But it really just depends on the rim and the offset, or the rim and the width of the tire, which from the last time I looked was pretty disappointing. So if you do plan on running these on a bigger rig or a bigger tire size, you're not really going to find the amount of options that you would like, especially when you compare them to larger name brands. But other than that, I would give these tires easily a 9.5 out of 10. There's not really much more I could ask from a mud terrain. If you guys are looking at getting these tires, shoot me a DM, you know, leave a comment. I try to get to my comments as quick as possible. I have only good things to say about these tires, so I would love to help you make your decision. If you are thinking about going towards these tires, definitely just ask me. I would love to have a conversation with you about these tires and my experience with them. So I hope this video was informational. I hope maybe if you are looking to buy these tires, it helped make you make the best decision, which would be getting these tires. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next video.